Hello and welcome back to another Talking Toe video. In today's one, we're looking at the TMNT, the Archie Adventures, issue number 32. And this one was dealing with the Turtles, Ninjara, Splinter and April, helping out this character called Tatu, who has been around in the franchise for quite a while, I want to say, but has never really been there to actually do too much other than be there in a few appearances. So this issue overall, I wasn't too sure what to really make of this one, just going into this one, just going off the cover, just because everything that happened in the last issue, which was stuff which I did quite enjoy, with Turtles going off during their own separation and exploring Japan, all that kind of stuff. I thought that was I found that to be quite enjoyable, but there wasn't really too much in there to actually set things up for this issue. But when actually looking into this issue, it turns out there's actually quite a bit that actually was set up in the last issue, but they did a really poor job at it, because the main bit that was actually set up was the fact that Raph and Jaro find these guys off. However, it turns out, because of all that, they now just wake up and they're like, oh yes, you know, we've got to tell you the story. So it's a weird issue, to say the very least, but we'll get into this one. So, yeah. Okay, so on the first few pages, we do get to see Tatu. He's sleeping in his bed, and that's when we do get to see these guys. They come in and they steal the dog, and they leave a note saying that basically, if you don't lose this wrestling match, your dog's gonna get killed. But you know, if you do lose it, you'll have your dog. However, you'll lose your career. So whatever way he looks at it, it's a lose-lose situation. So I don't know why these guys just immediately thought, oh yeah, let's get the Turtles in. You know, the people that we tried to fight off when they first appeared in Japan. You know, let's go to them immediately. Why? And even how did they even find them? That's also a better question I want to ask them. But yeah, somehow they do find them, and after that we do get to see Tatu. He rides in on a motorbike, and I must admit, it's actually a very cool entrance, a very cool motorbike, even a leather jacket that fits him. It's a very cool entrance and a very cool get up to his entrance, which I can't lie is a very good and very impressive. I can't lie that much. But Tatu does go on to explain everything that I just previously mentioned about his dog and the match and that kind of stuff. And Leo goes on to say that, oh yeah, well, you know, we should come up with a plan. We should have two teams, one to go off and actually help find his dog, which is honestly a smart move, and also wants another team to go off and help Tatu just in case there's anything that goes wrong in the arena, which again is pretty reasonable. But at the same time, he was also thinking about doing a different plan and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know why he didn't figure that one straight away, because I feel like it's such an obvious plan to do. But yeah, either way, moving on. So after that, we do get to see the rest of the issue takes place, and this is where things get a little very fast paced, I want to say, just because this all takes place over the last half of the issue, and we do get to see Tatu. He comes out and he starts to fight this other guy. I'm not sure what the guy was called, but they have a fight, and we do get to see that Tatu's losing, and we do get to see that the guys who stole his dog, they're more or less saying that, okay, he's more or less secured that he's gonna lose and that kind of stuff. And when it does eventually get revealed that Tatu does actually win, they do try to at least attempt to try and kill him, but there isn't really all too much there, just because it takes place on one page where you know, got to see everyone just beat up these guys, and just, you didn't really need all these people here. Got Mikey, Donnie, April, and Splinter. I really feel like you could have given one of those guys to Leo's team, but yeah. And then even for Leo's team, we do get to see Leo, Raph, and Ninjara. They're climbing up to the building, and we do get to see a pretty fun interaction where we do get to see Raph is talking to Ninjara while he's always talking about when he's climbing, all that kind of stuff. And there isn't really too much to it, other than just that he's a little bit scared of the fall, so he talks, which, yeah, understandable. But even with this bit, there's also not really too much to really talk about here, just because we just get to see Leo, Raph, and Ninjara. They go into the building, they see a dog, they start to fight the other people who are protecting the dog, and they win. And then this is also where things get even more confusing as to how things were really played out, just because when the doors open for Tatu, we do get to see the dog. It's right there in the same room as Tatu, despite Leo's team being on the other side of the town at the time. So I'm not too sure what went wrong here. Maybe I don't know how this happened, because if they're supposed to be on the other side of town, how did the dog immediately jump out of the room to meet Tatu? Or I don't know, really. It's a really weird thing that they never really explain. And then for the final page, we do get to see Tatu. He's saying like how grateful he is for the help he's gotten, and after that he gives him a sword to say thank you. And yeah, I'm not too sure this sword comes up ever again. I'd like to think it will, but at the same time I'm not too sure it will or not. But I guess we'll wait and see about that. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if it was like a sword that like Splinter or April uses, or something along those kind of lines. But at the same time, I don't think it was, but I might be a little bit wrong about that. So I guess that'll be like a fun wait and see kind of situation for us. So yeah, so I'll just say that overall for this issue, it wasn't a bad issue whatsoever. It was a pretty enjoyable issue, and a story which I would expect for like an 87 kind of story, where we do get to see Vitals split up, do like totally kind of things where go off to save the day, there's some wrestling, saving dogs, you know, like real turtle-y kind of stuff, which was quite nice to see, and like, even bringing like other characters from the 87 universe into this one. I mean, I know that time, I don't know if it was actually in the show at the time, but I mean, like, seeing how drastically different the two characters are from like the show and the comics, it is quite surprising how much they've like changed up. Then again, I don't know if maybe the the comics was also the inspiration for the cartoon version. Wouldn't be too surprised if that was the case, but yeah. I mean, if anything, I actually did quite enjoy the like the 7 version one, but this one, I quite enjoyed this one quite a bit. With just like how he looks, he has a really cool, like especially his intro bit where you got to meet with Turtles and his motorbike. That was like really cool, and from what I can remember, I don't think he shows up ever again, which is a real shame because he definitely has some like nice style. I'll at least have to give him credit for that. But yeah, I'd just say that overall for this issue, it wasn't a bad issue. It was a pretty decent issue, and something which I would come to expect from the Archie Adventure stuff. But at the same time, I feel like there should have been a little bit more. And also, some of the stuff that happened in the last issue, I wish there was a lot more stuff that followed up from other than the Wrath stuff, because I feel like some of the stuff from that issue had some pretty interesting things going on in that one, such as like the Mikey and Umiko relationship kind of thing, and Donnie meeting the yin yang symbol, and Leah learned about Bushido and all that kind of stuff. There's also stuff in that issue which I would like them to follow up on, but I guess we'll wait and see about that. But at the same time, I feel like that might be a bit too late for that kind of stuff, but we'll wait and see about that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's the end of the day, guys. It's been please share, subscribe and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.